Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm doing another live stream. I want to talk about this cord is getting all wrapped up. Um, just bring this closer, I guess. Talking about fishing lures. Hopefully there's some people that show up. I bought some fishing lures this morning from our Fleet Farm, it's called, and I'd like to try them. They're for bass fishing. I'll wait for a few people to come up and see it or talk about them and let me know how I can use them. I'm not really, I like to fish, but like my little episodes are, I like to do the back to basics from the shore, pier, riverbanks, kind of a thing. But I also want to try not just by using hook and bobber. I want to use some of these things, your palos, the head in, or whatever, torpedo, topwater lures, topwater lure, more topwater lures. So I want to make sure, get some tips and things like that from you guys and gals. So yeah, I want to just sit and talk about why can't I see? There we are. There's a little delay. I got my phone going. I fell asleep on the couch. Yeah, had a long night probably, the way it sounds. Yeah, like I said, those of you that are in, starting to come in, hit the thumbs up. I'm talking about, I got a bunch of lures that I bought that I want to use, and Arbogast. Kind of learned a lot from this guy. The history of it. I went on YouTube and just clicked on the hula poppers and stuff like that, and see what they're all about. This middle one, this jitterbug and cricket frog, he said, the guy who was talking, he said he back in like the 1920s or something like that, or no, when the heck was it? I forget when it was, but it wasn't quite working out for that jitterbug. So he put it on the shelf for about 10 years. He flipped that spoon around on the front of the lure, and it made that fluttering sound, I guess. So that's when it took off. Yeah, we just had a bunch of rain here. It started raining early this morning. I was going to go out fishing, but I know you can fish in the rain, but I don't want to fish in the rain. I work in the rain, and I don't want to fish in the rain. I don't feel like getting wet. So I decided to go to our local store and buy a bunch of lures. I want to buy a fishing pole, another one or two, but I'll wait with that yet. It's 68 degrees here. It's humid, which I don't really care for humid. Boy, yesterday it was just terrible. I don't know what the humidity was or the dew point, but it was thick. I'm just reading the comments now. Hey, Craig, I appreciate that your comment there about the series. Trying my best, something different. Going off one of your last videos. What would be the best time for a robbery? When no one's looking, maybe? I don't know. That'd be funny. I don't know. What is the best time for a robbery? Yeah, I should have guessed that. I like the poppers and chug bugs are fun. The hula popper is the very first thing I used to catch a bass. The first lure I caught a bass with. So from then on, no pun intended, I was hooked. Every time I tried to get a chance to go fishing for bass, that's what I use is a hula popper. A friend of mine told me how to use it. And sit there, cast it out, let it sit there for a couple seconds, and reel it, plop it, get a big old bloop in the water, and that's what I caught my first bass on. And I want to try that jitterbug. I want to go out tonight possibly and um, try for some more. Try that out. Trying to figure something out here. I probably won't invite. Try. I don't know what that one was in that video, Cody, but I'm gonna try this Rapala Shad Wrap. This color. Actually, I'll take it out. I don't want to get hooked. Get hooked, right? Pulling out a fishing lure. This here, I like that color. Seems to work for the guy that does his own lure making, Marlin Baits. It's really light too. I think I might like this one too. I was talking to Cody on the phone, and I'd like to get not a bunch, but a few fishing poles so that way I can tie a bunch of these baits, lures to a bunch of different rods so I'm not constantly tying knots. I saw the Berkeley's too at Fleet Farm, and I don't know, I just was drawn towards these because the way they look and how I've used them before. So I'm going to go with them. 4 people here, maybe possibly 2 of them on my phone. Oh, speaking of my phone, I have a new phone. The other day on Tuesday, I went up to her bedroom, got a wash basket, getting laundry together, putting a washer. Instead of putting my phone in my pocket, I put it on top of the laundry. So I came downstairs, went to the washing machine, took the basket, kind of tipped it up, and putting the clothes in, and started it up. Water's going. I'm talking with my son, and this is about 10 minutes later. I was going to tell him about a video. Then all of a sudden, I'm like, oh no. I opened up the lid of the washing machine. I'm digging around, and looking for my phone. I couldn't find it. I'm thinking, okay, maybe it's on the counter somewhere. Still digging around, elbows deep in water. All of a sudden, I felt it. There it was. It was Shiner Guys here. Awesome. Thanks for stopping in. And I pulled my phone out. It was still working. It worked for like 2 days. Then all of a sudden, or not 2 days, the next day it was fine. And all of a sudden, towards the end of the day, my supervisor called me, and I take my phone out, and everything was distorted from left to right. I could still see, but it was all highlighted. I'm like, oh crap. I'm thinking, this sucks. Because my phone is what I use to record all my videos. So I'm like, oh, no, I don't have any GoPros yet. And my phone is the only thing that I use. So I'm like, I got to get a phone. Something's got to be done here. So I ended up getting a Samsung instead of a LG, which I had previously. And I like this better. The sound is better. The video, I believe, is better. I haven't done a video with it yet, but um, so I'm hoping that this JV Outdoors. Hey, how's it going? Thanks for stopping in. I am talking about fishing lures that I just bought and really cleaned up. Yeah, yeah, it did. it I ended up, yeah, like I said, I ended up getting a new one. So I am, after this live stream, I'm gonna go out to my barn and tie up some lures to, I think there might be one or two extra poles in my barns for fishing. So I'm gonna go ahead and do some fishing tonight, record some video fishing. Raymond Williams is here. Oh yeah, sure enough. Sorry for not keeping up on the people coming in. Shiner Guys here. Yeah, it's clean now, Cody. um, JV, Raymond, Georgia Trapping and Fishing. Hoping for some more people. That'd be awesome. And so I'm going to give those lures a try. I'm going to maybe go out tomorrow fishing a little bit. In my video, I mentioned that I was going to go to the Sheboygan Marsh. They have a bunch of channels that come into the start of the Sheboygan River. And when my son was younger, we went fishing there quite a bit, bullheads and things like that. Thanks, JV. And there's crappie in there and bluegill. I don't know if there's any bass at all, but our table's kind of wiggly, so I better stop. It's kind of shaking my laptop a little bit. But they have some, at that time, some crappie and a bunch of bluegill, like I said, but tons of carp. Unbelievable. It's the Sheboygan River in the city where I grew up. It was just full of carp. I went down there bull fishing a lot. Used hook and line for carp. That's all we caught, basically, are carp and bullhead, and the carp they were huge. They were good 2 feet, 2 foot carp or bigger. And it just seems like that's the only thing in that river. So up on in the marsh, there's quite a few, like I said, different fish up there. I wonder if I want to try. Try clicking on how to get someone up here, and I just can't share the link. So I wonder if I could do it on my phone. I don't know if I can or not. No, it's on through YouTube. I don't think I can. Not through with StreamYard and YouTube, but I'm not going to go through that fiasco again. But since my last video, or my last live stream, I was talking about how I got an age restriction on Unpaved Explorer. Hey, thanks for stopping in. I got an age restriction on that video, so I appealed it and I won. So I'm thankful for that, and which I think was kind of senseless for them to do anyways. So Frontier Survival, I'm just rambling on and just not watching everyone saying hi to each other. I bought a Shiner guy. I bought a Samsung phone from Amazon. I know I had a Samsung before my LG, and I loved it. I don't know why I got an LG. My wife suggested it, but it was just I didn't really from day one. I didn't like it whatsoever. I want to say hello to Heath because he said hi to me when he came in. Talking about my fishing lures that I bought, and I'm going to try them out later on. Seems like the rain has kind of stopped, unless there's a little lull between rain. I don't know. I don't think my LG had a lot of storage. Memory storage. It wasn't. And like I said, I do all my recording on my phone, so I have to download onto a hard drive my videos to free up memory or storage. So it's just kind of a pain in the butt. Because when I would record, and if I would run out of storage, all of a sudden, as I was recording, everything would stop. Then I'd have to either delete a bunch of pictures that I didn't need or videos that were not worthy keeping just to open up some storage. And then I would have to redo what I was doing for recording. Yeah, it seems like LG's like the RC Cola of colas, kind of a thing. Yeah, it's weird how what they slapped age restriction on, and yours got on a cooking video. It's just odd. I don't know what the basis is for them to put an age restriction on a cooking video unless it was something that was like your fish, your trout that you have. Do they still make RC cola? I don't even. I know. I don't know if they even make Tab. My aunt was a big consumer of Tab cola. I don't know if they make that stuff anymore either. They do. Huh. There's a company, a friend of mine that I went to school with. We're still friends, and her grandpa was the owner of Bubble Up soda. I don't know if any of you have heard of the Bubble Up. It's a white soda, but it oh really that would yeah. I'm trying to cut back on soda, but the friend of mine is her uncle or grandpa was the owner of the Bubble Up soda company. I don't know if he invented it or was or how that worked. I don't remember anymore. Yeah, it's kind of like an antique thing now. If you see a Bubble Up sign or bottles anywhere, it was a green bottle, said a bunch of bubbles going up in the on the uh, label. It was pretty cool. We call it all cola, Coca-Cola or pop. Really? Even like cherry soda or root beer, you guys call pop or a cola. Well, that's funny. Not funny, but it's just interesting. Yeah, in the South. Tom Ritter's here. Thanks for stopping in. It's funny how conversations evolve from fishing lures to soda, pop, cola. It's kind of neat. I like conversations like that. They just rabbit trail, and if we keep going on the rabbit trail, I don't care. It's fun. It makes the time go past pretty quick. Every pop is called Coke in the South. I wonder why that is. Soft drinks. Oh, what do you? Why is it called pop? You think? Is it because of the carbonation that comes from the bubbles from the carbonation? The bubbles pop, or I guess they would call it fizz then, or something. Like here, I know we talked about it once before in a live stream, but people call um, water fountains. We call water fountains bubblers. Oh, on top of the cap. Huh. Interesting. My side, how's it going? Thanks for stopping in. To JV asked the question, what lures did I get? Well, I bought a shad wrap from Rapala. I don't know what the proper term is or name of it is, but I bought a head in Mr. or not Mr. Spook Super Spook Junior, and that's top water, and or head in torpedo. And Arbogast, Bait of Champions, Hula Popper, Hula Poppers, and a Jitterbug. Hey, Megan, thanks for checking into my live stream. That's my daughter. Oh, shoot, what is this? Okay. I have a soda machine that I bought about 5 years ago and cannot find the syrup nor the. Really? My grandpa made some root beer when he was alive. Just something to do at that time. Turned out pretty good. Love spooks. Biggest bass I ever caught was on a spook jitterbug. Both in at 8. Awesome. Yeah, I'm looking forward to using some of this stuff. I need to organize and clean out the tackle box that I have. I know some people don't. I don't know if people use tackle boxes anymore. I know they're got the ones where they're all trays that you slide into a bag, but I like my tackle box, something that's sturdy. I don't know. It's what I prefer to use, I guess. Like I said, the hula popper, Eddie Gross, it's cool. I got a new subscriber. Awesome. Um, the hula popper was the first lure that I caught a bass on from a pier. So I started the back to basics fishing back then already. It was a 16-inch largemouth bass. It was Eddie Gross. Thanks for stopping in. Thanks for joining. Yeah, it was from a pier. I just happened to knock on a door, asked if I could walk on their pier and use their pier for fishing, and they said sure. And 1, 2, 3, there I was reeling in a largemouth. New follower here. Thanks for stopping in. I'd like to get some other like spinning lures too for bass. Yeah. I thought only Yankees called it pop. No, we call it soda. Just going back looking at all the comments. Jesse Lopez Outdoors. Hey, thanks for stopping in. Good afternoon to you too. Go with chatters. They have become my favorite bass lure. I'll have to look into those too. I don't do any kind of walleye fishing yet, or anything like that. But bass are in bluegill fishing or panfish fishing from piers is the only thing I've done so far. I don't have access to a boat. I would like to get like a flat bottom boat, a little John boat, because that bass that I caught in the lake in my video that I just uploaded, that is such a nice, calm, clear lake. I fished it from a boat with a friend of mine, a coworker, years ago, and as he was rowing or he had a trolling motor, I just let my hula popper sit in the water and kind of like trolled it. All of a sudden, I caught a nice little bass on that again. Yeah, I'm hoping to get some bluegills. Maybe I'll try that tonight too in that same lake. Try for some bluegills towards evening, sunset or something. The Bass Stopper. I never heard of that one either. Jesse Lopez. Yeah, you're having little frustrations too. Last time I did a live stream, I want to bring someone up and I wasn't able to do it. There's Cody from After Five. He called me on the phone and tried to walk me through it. And Daddy Duck, Matt, he called me too how to walk through on how to double click on the post the comment. And for some reason I couldn't. I copied the link, and for some reason I couldn't share the link. It would be really awesome if I could have someone up on the panel just to sit and chit chat with, or even more than one person. That would be an awesome experience. Fun times. Oh, you're using your phone. I thought about, yeah, maybe I should try it with a phone once, but for some reason I just couldn't copy the link on my laptop. I think JV, you were trying to walk me through it also, but for some reason, yeah, I could double or right click on my laptop and wait a minute. Huh. Now it says I right clicked and a paste thing came up. Huh. I wonder if I could do that. There we go. I got it. Look at that. So I think I shared the link. Nope, not yet. All right, hold on. Now on a laptop is copy button that. Yep. Okay, now to enter, I got this. I didn't post it yet. I think I need to do that. I can't believe I did it. For those of you that helped me 2 weeks ago, thanks. There JV Outdoors. I'm going to add you to the stream, buddy. How are you?
What up, buddy?
Is there any kind of echo or anything like that?
I don't hear anything.
Awesome. Cool. How are you doing?
Pretty good. I'm sitting in my hotel room about to leave. I'm uploading the video that I'm taking off from home from Kentucky.
Okay. Yeah, I'm just this is cool.
I had to be your first guest ever.
Yeah, this
I've
is
been so many
awesome.
people's first guest. I had to be yours too.
Yep, Jesse says no echo. That's awesome.
Awesome.
So I'm going to try a few things here. How is?
Yeah, you should change the layout.
Yeah.
There you
There
go.
we go. There we go. Solves. What does your shirt say? Hunting solves what?
Hunting solves
Most of
most
my
of my
problems.
problems. Fishing solves the rest.
Awesome. That's a cool shirt. Oh, this is cool.
Let's see.
So,
Only problem with being on the phone as a guest is I have to keep clicking to see the chat.
oh, okay.
Yeah, I was your first guest too, wasn't I, Jesse?
This is awesome. Yeah, like I was talking about, I had bought a bunch of lures, topwater lures, and a crankbait. I'm gonna give them a try maybe later and see what happens.
Cool.
I'm not a big fisherman. I like my video series is it's hey Jesse Lopez. You wanna come up on panel? Thumbs up, all right. Add to stream. Now I got two people here,
There
three on the
you
panel.
go.
So
There you go.
now I got just doing my back to basics fishing from a pier, and so
If you're doing top water though,
yeah, if you got any
one,
tips,
you need a JV frog. You ain't gonna catch nothing without one of those. But um, whopper ploppers. Get yourself some whopper ploppers. Nothing catches more topwater bass than whopper ploppers and pike. Pike will smack them too.
really. I
Yep.
know there's a guy I follow on YouTube, Creek Water Adventures. He uses the what is it called? Whopper plopper.
Yep.
That's what he uses, and he catches fish like crazy.
Oh yeah, I was smacked because I'm here in Kentucky and I was fishing with the Bicknell Bunch boys, and I was watching them cry as they were smacking my whopper ploppers right in front of their faces.
Yeah, that's what I was doing this morning. We're always throwing a revolver this morning, which is it's a middle blocker, and they were smacking him, and I'm sitting like, why?
But
Yeah, so it's hopefully the rain kind of is done, and I'm hoping to get out. I want to set some crayfish traps too tonight, but I don't know how much the water came up or how fast it's running because I don't want to end up losing any crayfish traps downstream, kind of a thing.
oh
Then
yeah,
they're gone for good unless someone finds it and sees my name on the tag. So hopefully, if that would ever happen, that they return them.
man, the creek me and Pond Predator Nation were walking yesterday. It wasn't a creek, it was a river, but we were walking it, and man, you should have seen the crayfish. It
Really?
was like the ground was moving. It was just, I was like, how are we not here with a net just scooping these things?
Wow. Last weekend, I put out on Saturday afternoon, I put out my two crayfish traps. I put some meat in there, chicken breast, let it overnight, came back pretty much 24 hours later, and there was nothing. There was no crayfish and no meat whatsoever. The traps were empty. And there's no one that would have seen. There's a family that saw me put my traps in, but they were just having a picnic and that they probably could care less about crayfish traps. So I don't know what the heck happened, if minnows got in there and or if it just deteriorated or overnight. I don't see meat
You
going
have
that
otters,
fast.
Leland?
There's otters, but the traps were fine. So I don't know. I'm sure they would have ended up get their paws stuck in there too.
I don't know how big your traps are, how big the openings are, because they'll sneak in and just scoop stuff out. They're like the raccoon of the waters.
Yeah.
They'll steal all your stuff.
Unpaved Explorer, where are you placing your traps? Yeah. around the bottom was covered with rocks, and I seen some crayfish before I dropped the traps into the water. So I don't know. Who knows?
All right, Tom, I'm gonna hop out of here. My little one decided to wake up as soon as I came in.
All right. I know
So
how
I'm getting attacked.
been there, done that.
Hi, baby.
He's like, "What is that on the screen?"
That's you.
All right, I'll see you in the chat.
See ya.
All right. Thanks for stopping in. Yeah, so the bottom of the river is all stones and rocks, and so I don't know what happened.
Yeah. Yeah, so that's how it was. I mean, yesterday walking that river, man. Gosh, and they were big. Like the crayfish were like this big.
Oh wow.
I was like, we should be eating these things. I tell you what, I enjoyed Kentucky this whole trip, man.
Yeah.
It's been a blast.
How'd you enjoy Wisconsin?
Oh, I love Wisconsin. Did you see my video?
I didn't get a chance to watch it yet. Busy with work, and I need to catch up. I was watching a bunch of videos this morning that came out this week, and I'm gonna watch yours coming
way
up.
behind because I've been in Kentucky for a week and a half.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you watch the one where Nicholas Green is in there, man, I catch me a monster pike.
Okay.
Yeah.
What'd you catch it on?
Pink Maps, because Amanda, A and B Outback
Mm-hmm.
she challenged me when I was there. She's like, you got to use pink because that's her favorite color. And I said, all right, I'll start out with pink. And I even say it in the video. I said, all right, here, Amanda, I'm using pink. I go out, throw out about 5 casts, and this giant pike smacks it.
Well, that's cool.
Tubby?
There's when I was a kid in that same river system, I used a daredevil, red and white daredevil. Yeah. And it was just there's no pier, just a boat landing going into the river and into the marshy area. I'm just casting. All of a sudden I felt it. I'm like, ooh, what was that? I'm like, friend of mine says, hurry up, cast it back out there. Threw it back out there, reeling it in. All of a sudden, bam! It was a nice northern pike. It was about that big round, but it was short. It was a nice fish.
A well-fed pike.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I still keep red and white daredevils and black and white daredevils in my tackle box at all time when I'm pike fishing.
Yeah.
They're just tried and true. They work every time.
Even up north too, I used it a couple times. We catch a little hammer handle northern. It's amazing. You get those big lures and the little fish. They're aggressive. It's amazing how aggressive those smaller fish are.
Even perch. Like I've been throwing chatterbait sometimes with a trailer. So I mean, these things are running this big, and I've got perch that are just like an inch longer than the chatterbait itself, smacking them. I'm like, man, what you guys doing?
Right. Even my hula popper up north in northern Wisconsin over that 4th of July weekend, I was using it off the pier. I caught a bluegill. The bluegill went for a hula popper.
Wow.
Unbelievable. I had a little bit of a video on that too.
But unpaved, I don't remember what size I was using. I'd have to go out and look. I've actually caught a lot of fish on that pink Meps. Pink Meps has become one of my favorite. I'm smacking bass with them, smacking pike with them. It's like, I don't know. I bet I could catch walleye with it too, because they like the color pink. Because I always use a color pink spinner, like the trailer.
Okay.
Like I'll have a hook on it, and then I'll have the spinner up here with the pink.
Yeah.
I've always used that, and then I'll put a leech on the hook, and then I'll slowly move that. I catch walleye all the time with it.
Okay. Well, my daughter's home. I heard a thump. I'm like, what's going on? And I forgot she was home.
If you don't have red and white daredevils here, you ain't Canadian. It's the same thing. If you live in the north and you ain't got daredevils, I don't know. You ain't pike fishing, I guess.
That seems like the most popular spoon or whatever they are blade out
Yeah,
there. It seems like, you know, they're all over Walmart. And yeah, any little bait store. That's what I miss. We had a bait store growing up, and the guy ended up having a heart attack or died in his sleep. It got sold to another guy, and eventually it just got smaller and smaller, and now there's none around. You know, it's kind of sad seeing that mom and pop bait store missing.
Evan still had one by him. We stopped there, and of
Oh,
course,
yeah?
I went nuts.
Yeah.
Every lure in there about. And I bought a fishing pole too.
Oh, yeah.
Like I needed more fishing poles. What up, Charlie?
Yeah, Charlie just came in. How's it going? Oh, up to 9 people. 9 viewers.
I shared you out, so
Thanks.
but yeah, people in the South don't use daredevils. They're I mean, I don't know what you guys I mean, unless you're ocean fishing, then you'd use those big old spoons.
Yeah. Even in Lake Michigan too, the guys that go out there, they have those big lures or blades. It's amazing.
I grew up on my family. Well, my family still has the cabin. Well, it's not a cabin anymore. My uncle bought it from my grandma and built a house there. But I grew up on Pickerel Lake. It's one of the glacial lakes up by like Waubay and stuff in South Dakota.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, we had Ed's bait shop there for years. And he was an old, like half blind dude, and his wife was even blinder. And they ran the store. We used to buy cigarettes when we were like 10, 11 years old from him because he was so blind he couldn't tell.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, yeah, him and his wife passed away, and his kids didn't keep it going.
Yeah. I missed that the nostalgia,
Yep.
things like that, you know. Raining on in the salmon are entering the rivers here now that what is that? Kaplan? That's a
Capelin.
Kaplan. Yeah. It must be a little fish or something, huh? Up by Charlie?
That must be. I don't know. They have some weird fish up there in Canada.
Yeah.
But I still really, 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 really badly want to go doing those fly-in fishing trips because I was supposed to do that before COVID hit.
Oh, really?
I had it all booked up with this guy named Harlan. I can't remember what lake it was called. It was north of Ontario somewhere, or northern Ontario, I think. But yeah, it was one of those. You bring your backpack with your gear, and they take you in a canoe and drop you off for 8 days, and then come back and get you, and you just canoe around these lakes
Wow.
and catch fish. And yeah, it sounded like it was going to be so awesome. And then COVID hit.
Yeah, COVID kind of put a damper on everybody's plans. I know Cody was going to go to New Mexico for turkey and mountain lion, and that never happened either.
Yep. I did get all my money back though, so that Harlan guy is going to get my business again when that opens.
Yeah,
because
that's
when it
good.
happened, he straight up PayPal'd me back my money. So stand up, dude.
That's what, yeah, kind of like a gentleman's agreement kind of a thing, and that's good for business.
Yep.
Man of his word.
They have hosier fish can only be caught with a beer can. What? They come in one wave and try to leave on the next. Oh, you talking about those fish?
They die by tens of thousands each year. Wow.
Wow. Yeah. A lot of those little bait fish do that.
I think it was 2 weeks ago I went fishing, catfishing for with a coworker friend, and we were sitting there and nothing was happening. Here, the alewives from Lake Michigan were working their way into the river, and we weren't getting any bites from the catfish because all the alewives were feeding on the alewives. It's a little fish, or I don't know how big they get, but so the fishing was really slow that night.
Well, that's me and Lee Evans went to a place here in Kentucky, went fishing, and boy, I worked that lake. I couldn't catch anything, but I could understand why. There was so much shad in that lake everywhere.
Yeah.
I mean, these fish ain't hungry. They
Right.
got all the food they could ever have. And he said, "Yeah, I don't really fish bass here, so I didn't really know." He was like, "I can't fish here."
Okay, I got dinner waiting. It's been thanks, Tom, for stopping in. I appreciate it.
Later, Tom. Later, Cody.
I
Later,
know
Toby.
Tubby is Tubby leaving. I saw him, but this doing this talking back and forth is kind of distracted me from the comments. So Tubby guy's here. I appreciate him coming in. See you,
Yeah,
Megan.
that's the bad part about having a guest is keeping up with the chat. You got to always remember to. I'm pretty
Yeah,
good at it.
I don't know how Boxy does it. Boy, it's kind of. I'm listening to you and trying. It's kind of
See, I get to
difficult.
cheat when I do it because I have at home. I have the dual monitors, so I'll have
Yeah.
StreamYard on one side and YouTube up on the other, and I'll
Oh,
tap
okay.
the chat on the YouTube side and blow it up.
Yeah.
And so I can talk to people, and then I have the chat like right underneath my eyes.
Yeah. Hunting and stuff with J&J's
What's up,
here.
John? Cumberland Lake
See you,
is really
Megan.
good. I don't know if we went to Cumberland. I don't know. We went to so many lakes. I don't know. I've been fishing everywhere in Kentucky. I can tell you that much.
I went to not fishing. My wife and I, when we were dating, drove to South Carolina. Her sister and her husband were stationed in Goose Creek, South Carolina at the Air Force Base. And when we drove back, we stopped at Cumberland Falls. So I don't know if that's the same um, system or not, but it was really cool. The water was kind of low, but I don't know if it could be the same river system or not. Mike Turner, 712 Catfishing. Thanks for stopping in.
Good morning, Amanda. What up, Mike? Hey, Mike. Jesse's having trouble like you were with your phone. He can't get the camera and the mic to work on his phone when he's trying to use StreamYard. I don't remember how you fixed it, but you should help Jesse out with that because I know you did fix it.
I have a couple questions for you, JV, about computer stuff. Now, is there webcams available for laptops? Because
Yeah.
what I see right now is myself. It's kind of blurry. It's not real crisp or clear. So I wonder, would a webcam that would plug into my USB, would that be a
That's
lot
what I
more
use.
clear?
Yeah, we're friends on Facebook, right? Yeah, we are.
Yeah.
I'll send you the one I bought. It's now I use it on my desktop too because it was actually better than the webcam I had on my desktop, but I was using it for my laptop. The mic on it is excellent. Like if you go back
Okay.
and watch my first Bible study, the first one in Hosea, that's the
Mm-hmm.
camera and mic I was using was just that camera's mic off my laptop, and you'll see how nice it looks and sounds.
Okay. And what was the other question? Oh, do you have like lapel mics from? Do you use any of that stuff at all?
Oh, you mean the?
Yeah, like the Rode mics. I know NL Charlie uses it, and I don't know if it'll be compatible with my phone because that's what I use for all my filming. So I don't
Um,
know if that would, if it's
I don't.
Bluetooth, I guess it might work.
I don't film from my phone, but when I do go live, I do use earpiece microphone. That's Bluetooth when I do my lives, just because no matter how far I walk away from the camera or anything like that, when I'm using my phone to go live, especially out in the hunting blinds or something like that, you
Yeah.
know, it still picks up my sound no matter where I go. Um,
I think Evan Section 8, I don't know what he uses for a mic because when he was in the turkey blind, he said his batteries for his mic were starting to go, and which they did, and the sound wasn't different. So I don't know what he was using. If he was
no, he had a mic that plugged into. His is like mine. Mine's a C charger, not a micro USB. I don't know what kind of phones you have, but you can buy mics for these phones that plug into your charge port, and they're really good
oh
mics.
okay
But the only problem is you can't charge your phone at the same time. That's why
oh
I go Bluetooth. I like the Bluetooth better. And also, if you bring a guest up, like, when I was doing the pink fishing contest, I had Amanda up there and I had Evan, and I
okay
can hear them talk too until I drop my phone in the water.
yeah, like I did in the washing machine.
You're up awful early there, Miss Amanda.
Who's all in here now? It's just there's a new person in here. A and B out back out. Is that Amanda?
Yeah, that's Amanda.
Hey, thanks for stopping in.
She probably
I'm
just
new
woke up.
to this whole um guest thing, Amanda. I just this out how to do this now.
And I got to be his first guest. You know how many people, seriously, you have any idea how many people have gotten to be their first guest? Anytime somebody figures it out now, I jump up there as fast as I can to be their first guest because now it's become a goal of mine.
She's having coffee. It sounds like the way it looks, Amanda.
Oh, yeah, she just woke up. She lives over in Australia.
Yeah.
There we go. I had to plug in my phone. It was about dead. I remember Jesse, like, he got his mic to work, and it didn't work the greatest, but I remember he got his camera to work. Oops. He got his camera to work by, like, unplugging it and plugging it back in, or undoing the camera and then redoing the camera. I can't remember exactly how to do it. He did it. I was there watching. Kind of just pushing buttons, and then Mike got it to work. There. Phone was about to die on me. I already got everything packed up, ready to go. I'm just waiting for the stupid video, which I got to 15 minutes to go.
Yeah.
Before it's uploaded. Uh,
China
yeah,
guy said just need a cheap webcam. Where do you get, can you get something like that at Walmart? Or
yeah, they sell Logitech stuff at
okay.
Walmart.
Yeah, I
Logitech's
see
all
Jesse
right.
said that too.
Yeah, Logitech's all right. It's not my favorite. That's for sure.
Yeah.
The one I got was like $60, but I tell you, it was worth every penny of it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I just want, even when I watch it on just a, maybe a few minutes of like my live stream on my TV, it's like, oh man, it just looks, the quality isn't there coming from the the camera from my laptop is just, it's not crisp, or it's not what I want it to be.
Oh, I can tell. My phone camera is better than whatever you got on your laptop. I look brighter in
Yeah,
color.
exactly. I think too, when I used my phone for a live, I think when I was turkey hunting, it was a lot better than my laptop.
But unfortunately, with laptops, they've stopped putting so much money into it because only gamers and stuff, like unless you're buying like the expensive laptops where that gamers and stuff use, you know, they quit putting money into the less expensive ones because people use their phones for everything anymore.
Yeah. Yeah, I need to do something as far as like getting a GoPro, one or two GoPros, and still use my phone, but edit on my laptop just so I can have probably more of a variety of transitions, or better editing, I guess I should say, and music. And
Here's another little hint. I don't use GoPro. I use the Akaso Brave 7 LE.
okay,
They call it the GoPro killer because it's about a third of the price of a GoPro. It's like $130, or you can spend like $160 and get the whole package that comes with the chest mount and everything that comes with it. And
okay,
it shoots in 4K at 30 frames per second. It's waterproof. Good morning, Amanda. But it's waterproof. Like you'll see, like if you go to my first Wisconsin video where it's just me and Evan, like I have it hooked on my chest and we're fishing, and then I had these carp swimming around by my feet. I just literally unhooked it, put it in the water, recorded them for a little bit, took it, snapped it back into place, and then kept fishing.
yeah,
But yeah, it's a third of the price of the new GoPros. And I said it's 4K, 30 frames per second. The mic is amazing. The picture quality is awesome. And only thing is the battery runs a little short, but I cheat because you can also have it plugged in at the same time you're recording. And so I have like giant battery packs. I just put in my pocket and run a cord up and plug it in. So I
okay,
never run out of juice. So,
yeah. Because I
or you
know
can just buy a bunch of batteries.
when I use for deer hunting, there's hardly any kind of decent reception where I'm at, and I'm still in civilization, but where we're at, the coverage sucks. But when I use my phone, I have to take a battery pack with me because it must be constantly roaming and using all that battery power up, and it's just,
If Unpaved was in here, I'd have him tell you how many battery packs I bring with me, and I got big ones.
oh really?
They'll recharge my phone 5 or 6 times a piece, and actually 2 of them will recharge my phone about 12 times.
Wow. Unpaved Explorer's talking about trolls that he had, and sounds like
Yeah, I
they
heard
were
about that.
pretty bad.
Yeah. Unfortunately, trust me, nobody gets more trolls than JV Outdoors. I have trolls all the time. Sometimes
Really?
they're funny. Sometimes
Yeah.
they make me laugh, but yeah, sometimes they're just stupid.
Hey, Mark J. Larson, how's it going?
What up, Mark? How's it going, buddy? But
Yeah, I
yeah,
did when I did my live streams back in January, I had a couple trolls just like whatever. Good thing I had people watching that. I had moderators knocking them off and
that's what you got mods for.
yeah.
And you know, truthfully, if they're being jerks, I just let my mods take care of them, and I just tell everybody not to talk about them. Don't even
Yeah. Don't
just
even
keep on
acknowledge
going
them.
like they were never there, because all they're after is attention. So if you don't pay them attention, they give up and
Yeah.
go somewhere else.
Right.
Yes, Jesse is my biggest troll, and for some reason, I let him stick around.
Yeah, this is so neat doing this. I've been wanting to do it for the last couple months, doing the side by have someone invited on panel. And like I had trouble the other day. So I don't know what I did different as far as clicking on my pad. I must have read something more clear than I did the last time. So I'm not a malicious troll, is why.
There's fun. There's a difference between trolling and being, you know, smart butt.
Yeah.
I like banter. Like I like, especially if you ever go fishing with me, you better not be light skinned, because I'm gonna smack talk you the whole time. Ask Pond Predator, even when he's beating me at fishing, I'm smack talking him still.
Yeah, I'm old school. Thick skin is the way to go.
Oh, that's where I heard it. Mike Turner told me about it in Snatchers Live earlier. Man, come on, video. Hurry up and upload. I want to start heading home. That's the bad thing about shooting in 4K is exporting your videos takes a whole lot
Yeah.
longer than it does in 1080p.
I noticed that when I upload on my phone, I'm like, a couple of times it took forever and I didn't know why. But the setting on my phone or that the editing app that I use was on 4K. I'm like, okay, it takes a while. I never knew that. Then all of a sudden I don't know if I switched it. I realized that I could switch it, so I thought it was taking longer because of this. I thought maybe the storage was too full, so I bumped it down to like 1080 or whatever it is, and it went faster. I'm like,
Way
huh. I'm like,
yeah.
okay, I'll keep doing it like this then. Then a couple of videos ago, I decided to do it in 4K, and it's like, forget it. It's almost like 3 hours before it was done uploading.
Wow. Yeah, mine doesn't go that long, but it does take an hour. But this laptop's getting old. I need to upgrade again.
Yeah.
My desktop, I'll run the 4K because my desktop is fast. It's
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah.
I paid $1,400 for that tower though, so I got a graphics card that can run through the 4K real fast.
Wow.
But I eat those for snacks. uh, but yeah, this laptop takes forever. But I wanted to get a video out before I head home because I got the summer done for videos after this trip.
Okay.
Man, if I put out my one video a week, I'm done. So anything
Yeah.
I start making after this is just working towards fall. I'm going to be one of those professional YouTubers and have videos banked.
Yeah. If I have to do that, I really got to crack down on learning more about technology. You know, they have to do something like that. There was a time I had a bunch of videos uploaded into that into that app that I have on my phone, like 3-4 weeks worth, but I was still recording, and just to build up that bank, so that way I could just kind of, if I missed the weekend as far as filming, I could. So
What did that? Mando, those aren't trolls. Those are rolls. Hey, I like rolls, especially cinnamon rolls. Frosted cinnamon rolls. Heck yeah.
I haven't had one of them in years.
Do you guys have a Cinnabon up in Wisconsin?
I think so. In Green Bay, there's I don't know if the mall is completely closed anymore, but they had a Cinnabon in there. Oh my gosh, it smelled so good. We have had one or two of them. There's something about a cinnamon roll. It's just like a T-bone steak. You got that eye. It's just as tender as the center of a cinnamon roll.
Oh, it's so
All that frosting gathers into that center along with the cinnamon. Oh my gosh.
yes, I like cinnamon. I'm starting to salivate just thinking about. In South Dakota, they're like Cinnabons or restaurants are like in every big truck stop. And
Really?
yeah, you can get them fresh. Oh man.
Al's Outdoors here. Thanks for stopping in, Al.
What up, Al? Oh man.
Oh, Cinnabon. Wow.
That's one thing I haven't seen down south. There's some Cinnabons down here.
They're thick. They're about as thick as they are round. They're huge.
And you just unroll them and
then have a good glass of milk with it. Oh my gosh.
Dude, I need to go find a cinnamon roll like ASAP.
Right?
Sorry. Replying to comments or to messages.
Yeah. So any big plans for the rest of the summer?
Yeah, I said next month I'm heading to Wisconsin. I might be heading to Minnesota. I got to get together with Livin' MN, but me and him have been talking about collabing. And actually, I wish Cody was still here because when I go up to collab with Livin' MN, I'd like him to come join us. Yeah. And where do you live again? Because Foxy,
Wisconsin.
well, I know of Wisconsin, but like where? Because Foxy's Fishing just moved to Wisconsin. She says she lives like central northern Wisconsin.
I live in east central Wisconsin, in between Lake Winnebago and Lake Michigan.
I want to see how far you are away because I'd like to come over and because I went to you in Section 8 are like complete opposite sides of the state.
Yeah, it's like I think he lives in Russ County, I believe, doesn't he?
What was the name of that town?
If it is, I think we're like it's a good 3-hour drive. Almost 4 hour.
He was an hour from Clam Lake. I know that, but I can't remember the name of that town.
Oh boy, that's way up there then.
Yeah, he was north.
Yeah.
It was 6.5 hour drive for me to get up there.
Mm-hmm. I think Cody just texted me.
Oh, half base? Or not half base, after 5.
What's that?
After 5?
Yeah. I talked to him earlier and he said, let me know when you go live. And at 3:00, I said I'm going live, and 4:24, he said, okay, fell asleep. Or something like that. Obviously he was in here, but he must have fell asleep. Or yeah.
Cody, wake up.
Mark said he's north of Webster.
I can't remember. It was beautiful up there. Man, where he lives, it's gorgeous.
Yeah.
When
Next
we went
weekend, we'll be going up north for the 4th of July for my wife's mom and stepdad have a place on a lake up there, and they're going to be living up there full time now. And
nice.
so it's such a beautiful, beautiful spot.
And when we went to go hang out with Sty North, man, I could not believe it. For one, every tree is like 100 feet tall.
Yeah.
I mean, just monsters. And then you're on this road and it's just trees. Like if anything comes out of the trees, you're screwed, especially in the dark. You ain't gonna see it till it's on the road.
Yeah, until it's in the middle of the road.
But man, those lakes were beautiful. Oh, I mean, crystal clear. The trees line the bank. I mean, I said next time I'm bringing my kayak because I want to get out and get into these lakes better.
Yeah. That's something I'd like to get to, either a kayak or a smaller John boat. I don't need a motor, maybe a trolling motor. That's all I'd want is to like get onto the small lakes that I'd like to fish.
That's all I actually have both. I have the big boat with the 80 horsepower Mercury and all that stuff. I've taken it out maybe once in the last 2-3 years. I started every year just to make sure it still runs, but I bought I traded a rifle for this little 16-foot John boat I have, and all I have is a trolling motor on it, and that's the boat I use all the time.
Yeah.
It's just, for one, I fish by myself. It's so much easier to handle by myself.
Yeah.
I built a front deck on it so I can stand on it, fish. But, I mean, unless you're going into some giant lake, I don't know why you would want anything bigger than that.
Right. Oh, Cody. I sent that long ago. I just got it now. The message. Little delay in the airwaves. Getting ready for the grindstone.
Funny thing is sometimes like I'll send a message and sorry, just checking the chat for a second. But I'll send a message and I won't know that it's sent. And then I'll send a message a little like an hour or two later, like, well, what the heck? Why aren't you answering me? And then they'll be like, well, I just put both messages at once. For some reason, the first one wouldn't send until I sent the next one and I like pushed it off or something. It's weird.
Yeah.
Amanda,
I'm hoping to get things ready for, well, once fishing's all towards the end of summer, trapping's going to start. So I should be doing some things with that soon. Clean some of my raccoon traps, my dog proofs, and things like that. Maybe do a few videos with that and maybe some cooking videos in between. So
those trapping videos, bet you don't have a year like Mark had last year. Boy, that guy rock trapping season.
Yeah. Last year I set out a coyote trap at a new place because I saw some tracks around, and I set a trap. I go back the next. Well, you got to check your traps every 24 hours. But a week later, that following Wednesday, I go to check the traps, and here I caught a badger. I'm like, oh my gosh. What sucks, every time I set a coyote trap, I either catch a rabbit, a raccoon, a skunk, and now a badger. I've been catching everything but a coyote. So I'm bound to connect with a coyote sooner or later. Obviously, I had to release the the badger because they're protected. I should have had a video of that. That would have been.
they're your guys' state animal, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah.
Here we beat them with shovels. Them vicious little things will tear up your dogs.
Oh, when I had my son come out and help me, I told him cut a notch in a piece of plywood so I can release the trap. So he comes with a piece of plywood, a big 4x4 piece of plywood. He had a huge triangle cut out of it. I'm like, that's not going to work. So I ended up taking a hatchet, chopping a smaller hole, released the badger, and he was just backing up, snarling and just growling. And I'm like, holy, I had goosebumps, the hairs standing on my arms and back of my neck. And he backed up the little sand pit where he had his den, turned around and went back in. I'm like, oh, holy crap. And the dirt that they can move, unbelievable. There was such a big catch circle. It was unbelievable.
You should see what they do to it. I have some living out in my fields, and I should trap them. But man, you should see the mess they make out in our fields. Just huge mounds and holes. I shoot them every time I can get a sight on them, but they're sneaky little things too.
They're so low to the ground and wide. They seem like they're only about a couple inches thick from belly to top.
Yeah. But they're vicious.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen Ernest Goes to Camp?
A long time ago.
My favorite part of that movie, I'll never forget it, is he's taking those kids on that nature hike and he gets them lost and they come up to badgers. And he's like, ooh, as you can see, we have a family of badgers out in the wild. Now, the one thing you never want to do to a wild mother badger while she has cubs is this. And then you hear, he's running through the woods like, I don't know why it makes me laugh every time I watch it. All right, later, Cody. Have fun at work.
Have a good one, Cody.
Now I'm going to watch that movie on the drive home.
What really sticks out in my mind is the movie The Great Outdoors with Dan Aykroyd and
John Candy. Oh yeah.
Yeah. When they shoot that bear in the rear end, it stops by the door and just kind of shakes and runs off. I laughed so hard when I first saw that. Oh my gosh.
That's a great movie.
That was so funny. I wonder if that's on Netflix. I should probably watch that tonight.
Netflix, Hulu, it's got to be somewhere. Yeah. That's a classic.
I got the house to myself tonight, tonight, actually. So sky's the limit, I guess. Like I said, I want to go fishing soon, but come home and watch the Great Outdoors.
What is with the lamp gun? Yep. Shut up.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, Geo Bushcraft.
What up, Geo? L. You know what, L? There's going to be a part 2 to that pink fishing challenge. Because last time I just kind of winged it and ran around and I couldn't find much that was pink. But next time I'm Amazoning and I'm going to find a pink bait casting rod and reel, pink line, and nothing but pink lures. And I'm going to go out there and slay fish because this time I'm going to be prepared for it. And I won't drop my phone in the water.
Laura the Explorer had a purple. She had uploaded a short, I think, this afternoon. Yep. Everything purple. I'm like, wow, holy cow.
She doesn't know. She's not here, but she doesn't know her custom one that I had done is going to be at her house next week sometime. And it's purple too.
Oh, really?
I actually built her one and then I broke it.
Oh, no.
I was so mad. I hired Fishing Louisiana to redo it because I'm not building another one. I was so mad. He did a better job than I did anyhow. He's more. Where am I? I'm still in Kentucky. I'm waiting for the. I'm trying to get one of these videos done this weekend. There, Geo, and I got 14 minutes yet to go. No, 11. 11 minutes left to go. Then I can upload this, then I'm taking off. But I like driving at night better. There's way less traffic.
Oh, yeah. Because you put your phone in a pink purse.
And I'm going to be wearing nothing but pink. And I'm going to find one of those shirts that says real men wear pink.
Is it pink or salmon color?
Yeah, it's salmon colored. Yeah, that's it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Amanda was on the live with me. It was her fault. She's the one who challenged me to it because she dyed her hair pink. And so she challenged me to do an all pink fishing challenge.
Why not? It might get views, a lot of views.
Hey, as I said, I caught that giant pike on a pink Meps. And then I just caught a bass on the river here in Kentucky on that pink Meps too. So pink works. And I said walleye fishing, I've always used pink.
Uh-huh.
Like neon pink or neon yellowish green. I've always used those two colors for walleyes.
I was talking to Cody on the phone a little while ago, and I said the last time I fished for walleyes, it was probably 20 some years ago with a friend of mine, high school friend. We always went up to northern Wisconsin fishing over Memorial Day weekend, and we were sitting jigging for walleyes, and that was pretty my first time walleye fishing. And we're in the boat, and I'm like jigging. I'm like, whoa, wow, I I got a walleye. He said, quiet. I'm like, why? I don't want anybody around here knowing that we're catching fish. I mean, we were one right after another. I'm like, okay, I'll be quiet.
Yeah, that bubble gum, that's actually one of the things I was looking for, Shiner, but none of the stores had them was bubblegum plastic Senkos. Because those bubblegum Senkos I've actually used for years for catching bass. They actually work in clear water. Those bubblegum colored Senkos, like the old bazooka bubblegum, that kind of pink. They
Yeah,
make those in plastic worms about 5 inches or 6 inches. And in clear water, those things are money for bass. I've used them for years.
really.
Well, nothing else was catching fish. I had tried to use my phone as a lure. I didn't even know Shiner was still here. I hadn't heard him say anything for a while. See him type anything for a while.
He's in stealth mode. Oh, yeah.
Anytime you're ready to go, just let me know. I said I'm just bored waiting for this
Yeah.
upload so I can go home. I got a 15-hour drive ahead of me yet.
Outcast Owls Live. Huh, that's it. Welcome to the
That was
chat.
Outcast Owls Live was in Pondy's live last night. I can't remember who it is. Somebody told me who they were. I can't remember who they are now. Somebody's relative.
How long? Hour and a half. Actually,
Working on 50th.
I think I'm gonna wrap it up and head out and try some fishing before the next rainstorm comes. Hopefully, the rain's all finished. Try some of these hula poppers out, or that jitterbug. I want to try that jitterbug. So,
Yeah, try the jitterbug.
yeah, I'll have to try everything.
All right, don't forget about actually, don't buy Whopper Ploppers yet, because I'm working on my own, and you can buy mine.
All right. That sounds good.
All right, peace out, man. I'll catch
All right.
you later.
Yep. Thanks for stopping in. All right, everyone. I'm gonna head out. I appreciate everyone stopping in and following along and commenting and giving me the thumbs up. And I will do this soon. Once again, now I want to go out and try to film some more bass fishing tonight or tomorrow morning or whatever. So I appreciate everyone coming in and enjoy the little things.